Hello, beautiful souls. How are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing great. I'm Gunjan, and today I'm gonna talk about something very basic but also very important, which is self love. In today's video, at first, I'm gonna give you an idea about where I am at my self love exploration journey because I feel like self love is not a goal where we just reach. It's like a journey, it's a lifelong journey, and we will level up in many stages of our lives, like a game, we will level up again and again and again, just like we will level up in peace or contentment. The concept of self-love has evolved in many ways for me. Right now it is more about accepting myself than trying to make myself perfect. For a long period of time in my life, I have tried to fix parts of myself which I thought is not much lovable and not very much good. But then slowly I realized I was just beating myself up. My internal subconscious belief system was that I'm not lovable. When I'm always trying to fix myself, then it proves me that I'm not lovable. So, what do you think? Do you love yourself? Or are you confused between self love or selfishness? Or do you think self love is not so important? What is your point of view in that? Let me know in the comment section, okay? Let me share some tips and tricks with you to increase your self love game. One thing is obviously taking care of yourself. I'm sure we all know that, like eating healthy, sleeping, exercising, or maybe writing, meditating. But self love is not only taking care of ourselves, self love is a lot more than that. If you think you love yourself enough, and suppose something bad happened, or you are just in a low mood today, you can just give yourself a dose of self love. At first, what we can do is we can try out new hobbies. We can learn new things, try out new hobbies. For example, I have joined a dance class. I'm learning Bharatanatyam in this age, and I have never learned dancing, but I love to dance. Maybe in my childhood I wanted to learn dancing, but yeah, my environment was not that much supportive, or my parents were not that much culturally enriched from within, so I did not get the chance to do that. But now I actually gave myself that thing. In my whole life I never considered myself as a creative person. I was very bad at drawing. I barely passed in that subject we had. I thought this is not my thing, but suddenly I felt like I want to paint, so I bought some painting stuff like a sketchbook and acrylic colors, then brushes, and then I started painting. I painted a few pictures, and to be honest, I'm not that bad, I realized, but it's not about how good I am. I just loved that playfulness. I have incorporated this playfulness in this new version of my life. I call it a rebirth because I have rediscovered myself in many ways, and how I function, how I behave in the world, how I think, how I talk to myself. Everything changed. On that note, another big change we can do in our self love journey or self discovery journey is changing that voice in our head. This voice is called inner critic, who is always criticizing us. But that inner critic is not same for all. For some people it's very harsh, and maybe for some people it's not, but it's not something constant. We can reprogram it, we can change it. As I told in my previous video, that our subconscious mind is reprogrammable. Just consider it as software. So we can install programs and uninstall or reinstall those if that's not serving us. If the inner critic is too harsh inside our head, then it works totally against our self love. We can try and practice a more compassionate inner critic with time. Like, my inner critic always said, I'm so stupid, I am not good enough, I'm not worthy, I don't deserve this, I don't deserve that, I'm good for nothing. But slowly, with affirmations and being aware, being more and more aware, I have successfully changed it. Not entirely, but quite a bit, like 50%, you can say. Now, my inner voice also tells me that I am good, I'm worthy, I deserve to be loved, I deserve a lot of things, and that's why I give myself a lot of things that I deserve. And also, when my inner critic is too harsh, I can just grab it and gently hold it back and say, no, we are trying more compassionate voice nowadays. Remember? Then we will reprogram that thought. Like, when we were so stupid. No, I'm not. This is something maybe I did not do best, but I can do better. We can do better. That's a life changing method we can do. You will see your level of happiness and peace going up if you can do that. Obviously, you can do that. Anyone can do that. And I have learned it from my first guru, I would say, Louise Hay. She was the pioneer in my life who have first introduced me with the concept of self-love. You can try the book, You Can Heal Your Life. I still use it as a manual in my self-healing journey. Another thing I use in my self-love journey is I have some lists. So I'm a big fan of lists. I have lists for almost everything in my life, like starting from affirmations to gratitude to what I want in my life career wise, or what I want in my partner, or anything.
I'm gonna share some list ideas with you which you can use to reprogram your inner dialogue.
The first one is where I have listed the things I have done for myself. It's named a reminder on how far I have came. So whenever my subconscious default programming runs the loop that I'm not good enough, I have not done enough, or I'm good for nothing, at that point I go to that list, I open that list, and I read it, where I have written that how far I have came. Like, I have recovered my PTSD, my depression. I have healed myself so much that I'm a happy and content person now. Where I thought my life has ended, there was nothing. Now I have a lot of things to look forward to. And yeah, these are the things I have given myself, like, opportunities to explore. I have given myself that much credit that I'm talking here. I consider myself that much worthy that I have opened platforms like my website and Instagram and YouTube to help people so that they can also heal themselves. But that's also true that I always did not have this many things to thank myself to or look back to. But yeah, I always had something to appreciate. Like, when I was super depressed, then waking up and pulling myself out from bed was a big task, and I used to thank myself for that. Just running through the day, taking shower, having food, and sleeping, maybe taking a walk or doing some exercise was like a huge success at that time. And those little steps actually build up over time and build that mountain of self-love, we can say, where I am standing tall today, and which is supporting me to do more and increase that level of self-love within me. As I told you, it's a journey. We have to take it slowly, and we have to level up every now and then. That's the beauty of it. Okay, another list I have is gratitude list. So gratitude towards me, towards everyone, towards the universe, even towards little things like air, like sunlight, like food, or a good night's sleep. We can be grateful to anything. And let me tell you a little secret today. Gratitude is the key to happiness or a better life. When we match the vibration of gratitude, universe brings us like abundance of possibility, abundance of love, abundance of everything. Just we have to tap into that vibration, and it's not like just being grateful by talking about it. It's about feeling grateful. If we can feel grateful, then this is like one of the best feelings. Like love and gratitude are two best feelings you can lean back to all the time. And gratitude is, yeah, the key to that door, which will open abundance of possibilities and love in our life. When I was recovering from my PTSD and depression, I was also recovering from another condition I had, which was codependency. We will talk about it in details in another video. It's basically people who don't have a strong sense of self and they depend on other people so much. So when I was recovering from codependency, I used to feel a huge void inside of me. It was so empty. I used to feel there is nothing with which I can feel it. But yeah, I have slowly filled it with my self love, and now I don't feel that void. I don't feel that emptiness inside me, and it does not bother me that much. I'm truly grateful for that. I think another thing is we should always try to do things for ourselves which will make us proud of ourselves in the long run. When we look back, we will be proud of ourselves. And also, that comes with that self acceptance, which I was talking about in the beginning. If we don't accept ourselves as we are, if we always beat ourselves up for things that we could not do or did not do, then it will never help us. Just think about yourself as a kid, as a child. We all know that, right? If we too much criticize or too much scold a kid, then it will never help them to flourish. Just treat yourself like that, with that kindness, because our inner child is wounded, and that's a very big reason that we beat ourselves. And our inner critic is also very often the voice of our parents or caregivers who have criticized us when we were kids. So we have to practice that acceptance and compassion towards ourselves, which we did not get from others. We have the power and capability to reparent ourselves, our inner child. And this is the baby step towards that. I hope with this video you will find new ways to love yourself more and more every day. And I hope your self love becomes bigger than the Everest very soon. Let me know in the comment section if you really wanna share anything about your self love journey which has helped you. And don't forget to subscribe my channel. Hope to see you next week in some other video. Bye bye.